Who am I? I am Red Dog, the Pero Roja de Te Tres Livio. Anyway, how are you? It's been one of those days, right? A little bit of erratic trading. What had the futures open up today? Were they up or were they down this morning? They were down a little bit. So futures were down a little bit. Oh, by the time the market, I guess, got close to opening, the SPYs were down like $1.30. So I remember I was up money, and then things just started kind of fading, even with selling some strength. But then I did tweet, Red Puppy tweeted to you guys that I was pretty much done with my SPY hedge when we were below 390. When we were below 390, if you go to the intraday, right around here. So wound up being a good spot to be done with the hedges or be done with the majority of it. And then I think I put the majority of it back on around 392. And we closed around 392.27. So today was one of those days where you could have managed your hedge if you had a SPY hedge on. Like I've been trying to roll it up. I didn't do anything with the call sold, and bought dips and things that were strong, and then stayed away from some things that weren't, because it was definitely a very specific tape. I think we were just talking on the VTF. My P&L went from like from up money to down a lot to back on the highs of my day. So that's always fun. But cooler heads prevail. If you're doing the right trade and things aren't breaking levels and you're selling strength, you're not jumping out of your seat to buy a dip. We were selling SOS pre-market at 14. I was selling EBON. I don't even know where, above 10.5. Same thing with FT. So when they had that pull-in, we were buying EBON back at 8.5 to go back above 10. SOS in the hole for a trade. FTA for a trade. Besides everything else. So anyway, let's just continue to move on. So 39.50 is the prior high. We traded below 39.23 and then came back above it. So at this point, this is your new point of reference, 3,900, 3,900. And we'll see how we handle that tomorrow. Do we open above it and say, do we hold above it? Or do we open below it and reclaim it? Or we'll see. All in all, though, that was today's action. So now you could draw another line here. Okay, so now, oops, kind of get rid of this mark because this doesn't mean as much. This is now your point of reference going sideways. And sellers didn't have much control, right? They pushed it below. If they had control, we would have closed on the dead lows, and they didn't. So anyway, we'll see how it goes from here. I wonder what did the IWMs do, because they were below 323 and kind of held in no man's land. Didn't get to the 21 day, and now you have a new point of reference here at 320.96.
Make sure to save it.
Okay. It's a new point of reference. Red Pup told me to save it, so I will save it. This is the new point of reference. So I guess I could draw a tiny little line here. Little line. Let's see, did I save the other one?
If you just hit save, it saves for all of them.
For all of them?
For all the ones that you added.
For all the girls I've loved before. Anyway. Butterfly by going crazy town right now? What's happening? What do you mean crazy town? It's hanging out here? Oh, crazy town. Oh. Anyway, that's that. What did the IBBs do? Held the 21 days, so this at least got down to an area where if you sold the Red Dog reversal, broke the 8-day, held the 21 day, kind of held where it had to. So it's pretty cool. New point of reference there in the IBB. Sectors that kind of worked for us, which if you remember, we've been accumulating the Jets and the NCLH, because both of them I figured, hey, we're going to peak in February and everything's going to be about to reopen, so let's give ourselves some space. And I think, pretty much has been working out for a lot of guys. Jets poked its head above 24. Haven't been over managing it. I might have a little less on than I put on in here. My target's 27. We'll see, you're allowed to take trades along the way. Actually, someone's like, "What's your target?" See, that's why you asked me what's my target, because I sometimes give a target. Anyway, it's on its way. It cleared 24 now. It's got a whole 24, and it's got a lot of room here. So try and stay with some. NCLH also. This actually hasn't really done much yet, so there's still some room. People are thinking they're going to raise some money and get them diluted again, so it's a little bit behind. But again, give yourself some room. MJ I didn't really touch today. What did it do? Hung in there. Lots of volatility in the wellness sector into last week's peak, and then into Friday's buy, and now it's trying to go sideways, and this will be a new point of reference. I guess Tilray's coming out with numbers, so that'll dictate sentiment. So it's hard. The high beta tech names are very, very hard. We're just not used to them being so lethargic and weaker and out of play. But I think we're doing a good job avoiding them. We're taking small losses and not getting overly focused on them and overly saying the market's cooked because because Tesla broke 800 or because Apple broke Friday's low yesterday, et cetera, et cetera. We're just saying, okay, that's a little cooked for now. Anyway, if you remember, I got stopped out of my Apple yesterday. I actually even got stopped out today. I tried buying a little bit versus the 50 day and it didn't work. So I lost money in Apple today, trying it again. But was it the only thing I was focused on? Hell's no. So anyway, this is your new point of reference in Apple. I am not long it. I tried being long it on this day, saying, hey, maybe it held, maybe it'll go. It didn't. And now we'll see what happens here. What's this low? This is 129.47. Maybe it closes that gap tomorrow or something. I don't know, but it's really not very, it's just not very compelling to be doing too much here. I tried it, came off lows, and now we'll see what happens. Maybe it fills this gap. Maybe there's a trade tomorrow. Maybe it all depends on how things open, if it's even worth a look. Tesla also. Tesla actually had a cleaner move, kind of did a bit more of a red dog reversal or holding of the 50-day. I think Kathy, helped. Kathy Woods. Anyway, new point of reference today. Where did it get down to? 762. Is that going to be the low of the next few weeks? I don't know. Am I in a rush to play it or buy it? Not really. Still working its way lower, below the moving averages. Remember this channel? Look how long it took before it finally got better, got above the moving averages, and gave you another nice trend. Well, we'll see what happens here. Tilray, what's doing there? It's down $1.60. Gonna pop. There's Tilray. So does it go green? Should we play it to go green? What were the earnings like? You guys want to see me play it?
Dan wrote in the chat
what
the earnings were.
2 cents versus a loss of 14 cents. It's down 90 cents. If I was playing it right now and in the mood, I'd probably be buying it to go green and go up $1. I'm not playing it though. So anyway, that looks, we got a green bar, got a new point of reference. Can it get back up to here? Perhaps. Am I playing it? No. Sorry. Amazon I am playing. Looks a bit more interesting. I do have a decent amount of exposure on here now because I've sold, so last Friday I sold puts to be synthetically long. I sold the 3180s, which I think I'm in good shape for. They're already getting rid of the premium. And I bought the 3320s and sold the 3400s. So 80, I feel like, if it has a nice little move, it can make 60 points on a call spread. And then today I sold a few more puts, and I went home long at the end of the day. So today's my day. I'm giving it a try, giving the old Red Dog College try, right? Love the moving averages. It could be a trap. It could be a faulty move. It could be a lot of things. But for now, I'm giving it a little try. Maybe it stays above 33.10. It kind of did. What's today's high? 33.20. DVLI up 100%. Netflix didn't even look today. Who cares? In the video, we did a good job selling yesterday. We're selling when we had to, not when we want to. We're selling when we wanted to, not when we had to. Still hanging in here, I guess you could say. Just our Tilray's only down 7 cents for all of you guys trading it. It probably goes green, gets a push. It's not in the mood. In the mood. Okay, so maybe if this goes a little sideways a little bit, maybe we'll buy the 615 calls, considering we had the 590s and bought them at 8 and sold them between 20 and 25. AMD got stopped out yesterday, which was a good thing. Now I guess you could put this line back down here. Move this up a little bit. Needs more time, so we'll give it more time. Not going to be stuck in it. Twitter, what did it do today? Digestion above here after a big move above that earnings high to get to wherever it got to, which was 74.84. Might as well write that in. Oops. Whatever. Ooh, Twilio's going up. I'm not playing it. 74.84. Ugh, 74.84. New point of reference. Points of reference everywhere. Then we'll go to other EV land. What's Neo doing? You know, again, I remember we sold it into this day, and everyone's like, "Red Dog, I thought you were going to play it to go to 75." I'm like, well, when Tesla's getting rejected at higher prices and the group's consolidating, let's just love them and leave them alone. So we'll see what happens here. Can this go sideways and hold this lower level or not? At this point, the 50-day is catching up a little bit. It's below the 8 and 21 day, so I don't sit in things when it's below the 8 and 21 day. We'll see what happens here. It's not very compelling. I'm trying not to be in things that are going through their time. Like, look at FCell. FCell got rid of great above 29. Didn't buy even a little teaser back until 24, and now I'm in almost a tier 1. Okay, into this Red Dog reversal sell. We got rid of those, remember the $22 and $25 calls we got lucky on that we bought before earnings and the stock. And I bought a little bit here, and I bought a little bit more. So I guess we could put this like this now, because this is our new point of reference, because it happened, 2150. So let's put 2150 here. Tomorrow, if it opens above it, you could buy it, reverse it. If it opens below it, you could buy it if it reclaims it, or you could do a Red Dog reversal, or you could say, hey, I'm waiting. At this point, it's come in a little bit, but look how far it's come. Getting probably closer. So we'll see. I'll write this one in. What is 20-ish? But there'll be a juicy trade here soon. I'm just not feeling it. It's so funny when I'm not feeling it. I kind of know when it's not going to be there. I just stay away. So when I'm staying away, you guys should stay away. Tilray's down 70 cents, so we're not missing anything. All right, moving along. Let's go to SPAC land. Mile, still hanging out. Still in a nice amount. I bought some 20s pre-market and sold some a little higher, and I'm still in I'm still in tier 1.5, close to tier 2. My best SPAC play was that we've been in LGVW, which is Butterfly, pretty much for like same way we've been in this since here, massaging it all the way up, hanging on to a swing trade and making cash flow. We did the same thing with this LGVW, but there's no data here. BFLY, is there any data there? Not yet. But anyway, Butterfly. Butterfly. Anyway, I'm an idiot. You know, we've been in it since here. And now look at it. And when Mrs. Woods was on today, and they mentioned the SPACs, and she didn't say, "Oh, they're crazy, they're bubbles." She's like, "No, I've been buying this, and this." Butterfly was one of them. We've seen them. We've seen it getting listed, and there you go. So as soon as she said it, I'm like, you know what? We're hanging right here. I'm going to buy a little bit more. So let's try to move this up a little bit. Bought a little bit more. Now you're at highs. bought a little bit, sold a little bit. It's the most money I made in a SPAC. I have like a little less than tier 1 now. My two biggest SPACs that I have a lot of money allocated to that I'm waiting on is still BTWN. I like the way it hung in here today. I was able to buy a dip and hang with it. I'm in a nice amount. We'll see. Hopefully they announce something soon. Chart's looking good, like nice in accumulation. I'm also still in a lot of this GSAH. Pushed through. Couldn't hold it, but it didn't add on any strength. I'm also in a decent amount of this SPNV now. Hanging in here, going sideways. I like when it's in here. That's when you get your size, not up here if they announce a great company coming in. I also have this IPOF. It's hanging in here. So those are the ones that I'm pretty heavy in. I did buy back some open, which I told you guys about today. I didn't buy it at 39 and chased it. No. I bought it in the hole here, near 30.20. So we'll see, does it hold here and go? Okay, we'll see. Could go a little bit lower, but at this point I'm going to trade around it a little bit and re-engage it down here. I think it'll hold somewhere around here. Hopefully it holds there. Also sold some puts. Then you had Bitcoin. Very impressive. Very impressive. Still in Bitcoin myself. I'm not as much I had here or as much as I had here, but I have enough to make me some money as it goes higher. I did actually add to Ethereum today, thinking Ethereum's going to get above this 1815 tag 2000 or so. So that's something I got a little bit more into, but we'll see. As far as those stocks, so much money to be made in them. That's, again, a little looser and wider up here, but we'll see how it goes. SOS I did not take, which I probably should have, but I didn't. Just felt like a little extended. I was selling this morning at 14 or so, and then I bought some back below 10 into here, and now I need some time. EBON was selling also. Where was I selling it? I don't know. I was selling it earlier, and then on the VTF, I'm like, guys, they were buying it around 9.75. I'm like, guys, I think we could buy it closer to 850. Well, it went a little bit below 850. Like, how'd you come up with that? I'm like, I don't know. There was 3 little tails here. This was support, so I bought some there. Went as high as what, 1124. I think this could reset up in time, especially if Bitcoin stays, higher. Stays. I think this thing could, pack and fill a little bit in here. So meaning if it opens lower, you could buy it, etc., etc. And at some point, it takes out this area. Stock's pretty new, and I had a big move, and now I might need to just digest. FTFT looks similar. Look at that, nice little inside flag forming here. So the longer it stays in here, maybe the higher the probability we get another setup through there. So those are the two that I stayed in. SOS I sold. Guys on the VTF came up with something different. I don't know. I didn't think I tweeted, but DPW. This is fresh. Just announced that at the money offering, they ate through it, took out 719, went as high as 799. I would think, why can't this get as high as $11 or so? This is, to me, is like a day one. If it opened lower, you could buy it. If it opened higher, you could trim some. Also, this Mogo from Mr. Joshua Leffler. Great call. Nice bull flag. I was buying it in here, added some. It was happened fast. So sometimes I can talk about it, sometimes I can't. It happened really fast. So we'll see how it goes. Clove is, just a bottom feeder, not a lot to do there. Looks like maybe this is your low now. We'll see. Down some money there on that. Verizon I stuck with all day. Look at that. Nice move. I'm not really, going to overtrade it. I'm just going to maybe buy some dips for a while here as it maybe works its way back up higher with Buffett behind it. We'll see. CBAT wasn't great today, but it gave you ways to trade around it. I would say maybe bring this down here like this now and let it rebuild above here. So this would be your new support to buy against, 805. So as long as it holds 805, I would think some people stay engaged there, including me. I do still have probably a tier 2, bought some on the dip, but with some time, maybe this gets taken out. All in all, not the worst thing. GSAT is hanging in there. Nice little bull flag. It's still in tier 1.5. There's still a lot of calls being bought. DNN, still in that one. you know, you got to keep selling strength and buying dips. That's what I've been doing with these things and just trading around it. As again, this one also has a lot of call sweepers. What's this? It's 137. Oh, Tilray's green now. Not that it really matters. 181. We've been long this though from like 120. What else? What else? MBIO, just hanging around. Hopefully it's a little short-term bottom here, a little red dog reversal for it. Be nice. We sold some up there. Pretty big again. Bigger than I thought I wanted to be again for a while, but I did buy into this spot. I did not sell into this spot. I bought into this spot. So this is what, say 395-ish. Be nice if that holds now and we get some kind of. I think there should be at some filings soon on what institutions bought with all that volume the past month, besides BlackRock. We'll see. Let's see what are people talking about on the VTF. Tilray. Now, this is where we were talking about it. Now it's up. So maybe some of the wellness names will be up tomorrow. I think that's about it, guys. I know you like hanging out with the Red Dog. I love hanging out with all of you. I'm a little tired today. One of those days I couldn't go home and work out at lunch because I had other things I had to do. And I think most people end up, putting together a good day. Again, if you sell strength, you could buy dips with a little bit more confidence because you've already taken some off and you feel like, all right, if I have 4,000 shares and I sold 2,000 up there and it's back here, I could buy 1,000 back. Or if I had 3,000 shares and I sold 2,000, I'm sitting at 1,000, it comes back here and goes lower. Now I could buy it, you can come back here and you can massage those ranges. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. Remember that? Wake up tomorrow and we'll see what tomorrow brings. What's that from? Anybody? Vikings. See you in the morning. Good night, guys.